Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today I finally hit the rank 1 on the Scouring ladder. So in this video we are going to take a quick look on the statistics, how many games it took and what was the win rate. And then I'm gonna show you the last game that I played that pushed me to the rank 1 here. So here we can see the players on the ladder. These are the top 10 players right now. Korolu was first one for multiple days, but now I got in front of him. The MMR I needed for that was 2505, so he'll probably have around this as well. The last game of course gave me 50, so he will have something between that. It took me like 34 matches, but there was also like 8 more games I played before they fixed the rank system, because during the first 2 days or something like that the games were not counting, so I had like 7 or 8 more wins there, but those didn't count towards the MMR or the statistics here, so we don't really have to worry about that. 3 losses, one of them was immediately in the matchmaking games, which was definitely a huge problem, because the difference in the rating you get for getting 5 or 4 wins is a huge, so then I had to play way more games to even get to this rating. But if we have consistent wins, doesn't really matter, it will just slow you down if you lose early in the matchmaking games, but it's not that big of a problem. But overall, I think pretty decent win rate, something like 90%, streak and the highest rating, this doesn't really work, so we can't really watch that. Total matches, this also counts non-ranked games, so that's like 68 from since they included these statistics. So yeah, this is probably everything for the stats, so let's get right into the game. We can launch replay, and here is the last game I played today. I played 3 games today, all 3 wins, but so that pushed me to the rank 1, but let's just take a look on the last game, so we see which game pushed me to the rank 1. This game was played against Astralsus, who spawned in the top right corner as the white human, and I'm also playing human, this time with purple color on the bottom side of this map. Yeah, this is the 3-player map. Let's resume it and let's take a look. What I experimented today with the last 3 games I played before the rank 1 was to try some one-based strategies, because if you saw any of my previous videos, I basically always try to go for expansions. At least one expansion if someone pushes me. If they play really passive, I even go for 2 or 3 expansions and then start attacking. This time I try to not necessarily rush, but just play with one base, create good like timing pressure, let's say, timing push, something like that, and with that try to defeat the enemies before they can gain an advantage of another base if they decide to go for it. And if we both play with one base, then it's just about micromanagement and game decisions. So we are opening the same as always: sawmill, barracks, farm, and once we finish the barracks, queue up an archer, and once we get 100 wood, we will go for second farm, and immediately I'll be sending archers here. So this will be actually the same strategy I used in the double base opener. You are immediately going this way and clearing this base. It's also associated with this position where I spawned in one of the previous games that I played today. I spawned here and the opponent was on the same position here, so then I immediately went this way, cleared this expansion, and then went to harass him. I think it's worth it to usually clear a base to level up your archers a little bit and also get some extra resources, and then go to harass your opponent. If you have more open map, for example the 6-player map, you can probably try to go harass immediately, but it really depends on the build placement the opponent chose, what is his position, and so many other stuff. So I think this is a little bit more safer approach. You accumulate a little bit more archers at once, you level them up a little bit, you also prepare the expansion position if you need it later, and then you can start harassing a little bit. Obviously I also didn't know where he is, so I would have to go even on the other side through multiple bases. Here are the outposts that are pretty annoying, so I think this is a better way to start this. If he's not here, which also happened to me in one of the previous games, then you will just go back this way and clear this base, then this one, and then you are on the other side of the map pretty quickly as well. Once you have like 5 archers, you don't even have to micromanage it too much, you just attack move these goblins and usually you won't lose anything. Maybe just take one look there in the middle of the fight. We are constantly spamming more archers, more peasants. For now only 3 on wood. This is around the time where you want to put 2 more there, but I also want to make some new farms because we are slowly running out of food. So I send 3rd peasant to my 2nd farm and then start building the 3rd farm with another peasant. This is cleared, so we are going for another goblin camp that is protecting this expansion. It's like right next to each other, so it's really easy to get here and immediately start clearing it. The only thing here that is dangerous is this outpost, but you can walk around it. You can force them back on the tower, so not that big of a problem. And now we should, maybe no level 2s yet, but we should be really close to level 2s. And also we farmed lots of resources from it. We can see that our opponent is not really clearing any camps, I mean any bases, but he's trying to actually kill the bandits on top of this outpost. To give himself some protection. This is really good to get this outpost early if the opponent is on this side of the map, which you obviously can't know, but it just takes so much time if you are making archers, so I would just rather kill the goblins first, then maybe make 1 swordsman or 2 and clear the outpost later. So I immediately went here. Unfortunately, even though he's clearing the outpost there, he still left 4 archers on these barracks, and he also positioned them really well on this bridge. This is a good opener because here he has defense of the barracks and here he is preparing the outpost, so he will have defense on both sides. Obviously I can still squeeze between these trees or even from the top and resist villagers, but that's not really the case. So even though I found him here, I'm still retreating this way as if I didn't find him here and I would go to this base, because this is just some free kills for me. And also, since I know that he has really strong barracks here, this is really hard to push through this side. I just decided to actually retreat and go around the whole map, clear some bases on the way, get some extra resources and experience, and eventually we will get here and we can start harassing him from the other side. Maybe he won't expect it. He saw me really quickly, came from here, so he's like most likely pretty sure that my position is here. So now he will be probably mainly trying to defend from this side, and I can still possibly have some really good chance to harass him from the left side. At the same time, I'm already preparing my smithy. This is like optional on most maps, positions and everything. I would recommend going for 2nd barracks first if you are playing 1-base strategy, and then making your smithy later. But since I knew that this is unpushable with archers, because this is such a strong defensive position, then I decided to go for the cannons instead, so we can actually push this, and at the same time you can also harass with your cannons these workers. So that's a weakness of this position actually. These archers will be really important to get around the map, or like any units, because I need to scout if he doesn't have any bases. Because what I will do on his position, obviously create strong defense here. If you don't want to push, obviously if you want to play aggressive, you go for a push. But if you want to play defensive, just create strong defense here and then make the bases behind yourself. Because through here there is no way they will be in danger. Then the only danger can come through this narrow mountain pass. But you can also just close it here with like 1 barracks. So pretty easy to actually defend in that position, and you can get up to 4 bases, which is more than enough for anything you might need. So very important to get there in the back and scout these expansions. If I find them, I can harass them or even stop them. Obviously I can't destroy the bases, but I can at least kill the peasants. Here I unfortunately wasn't looking, so I lost 1 archer. And if I don't find any expansions there, then I know that I'm at least not falling behind, and the cannons are the best thing I can do, so that should be enough to actually outpush him. So now we started clearing the wolves here, which is good. You want to do that during the night. I didn't really do that. One wolves then here, another one down here. Might be harassing me soon. Also 1 more down here.
Our forces are under attack.
But that's not really the priority right now. Now we need to get through here. This is not protected because that's the starting base. This maybe he will clear, so we won't have to deal with those guys too. I still have lots of archers at home, cannons staying on the ground, because if you put them on the barracks they can one-shot your own peasants, so we don't really want to do that. Also damage our buildings. So I'll rather just keep them on the side while keeping archers on top of the barracks. And then we have the group from the beginning, which was like 7-8 archers. Now we already lost 1 or 2, but they are level 2 guys, full HP, ready to go, so it helped me a lot. He still didn't even clear the outpost. I don't think he has a swordsman yet, so he can't capture it. And now we can see he's going for expansion. I saw that he doesn't have an expansion, but now he'll place it, so really good timing for him. Unfortunately for him, I retreated because I saw that there is nothing here, so I wanted to go around and harass his workers, and here I found that he started building it. So I immediately start harassing the peasants. I killed like 3 of them, I think, then he will escape. Actually, we killed 4 of them. He's immediately going there with his archers. Unfortunately for me, he's still keeping these here, so it's still unpushable for me. But he kinda saw that I've only like 7 of them, or 6. Doesn't need more of them. Also, there's even level 3 archers. There's really good levels on these archers. And I don't even know how he got so much experience. I feel like I killed more enemies than him. But actually it's true that he killed everything with that. I have another group of archers at home who are killing the skeletons. He was clearing neutral enemies and skeletons. I mean, like camps and skeletons with the same units. So these archers are kinda dead. He has too many units here and it's just too hard to escape. If he will maneuver here wisely, there is no way I can escape. I could have continued running here. Maybe I would save like 2 of them. But my main strategy here was to just bring my archers on the other side together with the cannons and start harassing his workers. Basically split pressure, one of the most advanced and strongest moves you can do. You should practice this. By the way, this is probably the first video where you can see the new function that they included in the last patch, which is that archers are actually nerfed. They have a little bit reduced movement speed. I'm not sure if it's like 5 or 10%, not too big of a deal, but mainly they are actually required to buy arrows. So I think you can maybe shoot like 10 times or something, and then you have to buy arrows for 5 gold. It's automatic, but it's constantly costing you some gold, so you have to keep that in mind. Now he came with all of his archers. Fortunately, he's at least starving. I stopped his economy, but he really quickly one-shotted all of my archers, now even the cannons. I still did some decent damage here, but this was just not enough to actually finish the archers. And we really lost everything. Now I have basically 0 units. I have something at home, but overall he has a way stronger army. Fortunately, I know that he's really low HP, he doesn't have any economy, he's starving. Even though he actually set up this base now, so he has some economy, but he needs to revive his food now. And here I was at least utilizing the cannons to slow him down. Also, he didn't take all of his units at once, which doesn't really make sense. You don't need to protect these barracks now. I can't get there through here when he has his army in this location. And if I wanted to attack from the other side, then these archers on these barracks wouldn't help him anyways. So that was definitely a mistake from him. But he didn't even want to go for a push, obviously. He just wants to retreat, I guess. That was the strategy for him now. But he was kind of expecting probably that I have only 1 base, since he saw so many units, which is actually true. Maybe if I went like immediate expansion, then I could already have enough units to have enough resources to have so many units. But it was definitely more probable that I will have only 1 base. So I think this is likely correct what he did. So obviously he has better macro, so he's playing defensively, trying to utilize the resources. And he's also now going for smithy, with really good power building, which is definitely a wise move. He's a little bit behind, like 50 gold, 50 food, but that's not too big of a problem. In terms of resources, we are basically on the same value. But I have 200 food saved up in stock, so that's definitely really good. And I also already have like 5 cannons here, 6 prepared, so that will also help me a lot. Also, I already have the siege ability. So even though we just got smithy and he starts producing some cannons now, he won't have the siege ability, which is definitely the most important thing here right now. I just sent 1 swordsman here to see if he actually committed fully to the expansion again, or if he maybe potentially tried to go for even a 3rd base, or just abandoned it and is spamming some units now. I just wanted to have some information, so I sent 1 swordsman there, as the swordsman I used in the beginning to capture this outpost. We can see he placed 1 cannon on top of the barracks, so that's definitely pretty dangerous. And even without the siege mode, he can really quickly one-shot my archers. I wanted to one-shot the cannon with all of my archers, but it didn't really work out. Sorry for those announcements. Suvak is writing me some messages. We will check that after the game. Yeah, but now I had a really good shot. I one-shotted all of his archers with my cannons, same as he did before with this cannon on top of the barracks. And now I just swapped to the siege mode, immediately killed this cannon. Unfortunately, he brought another one here, started killing me like this, but I brought all of my cannons behind his range or out of the range and kept one cannon in the front to kill it effectively like this. My archers are still keeping me safe from his archers on this side, and now we can see he's like 500 food. I have similar amount still, but he just calls it GG because I have so many units and he has the food in villagers while I had it in my army, so obviously he wouldn't have any more chance. So yeah, pretty quick game, only 13 minutes. Now I actually already set up my second base as well, so even if he wanted to continue and he still had some units in the back and I wouldn't be able to push it, now I would have similar income to him pretty soon, because this base was basically stopped, so we had only one income and I still had decent income remaining here and new one basically emerging in the second base. So yeah, let's check the results, finish replay. Resources will be really similar. I actually got a little bit more resources even though we had two bases, because I was constantly harassing him while I was freely gathering as many resources as I can. Lumber also a little bit more, 500, definitely really useful. He actually trained 5 more units, but we had better micromanagement. Also the cannons were really helpful. I got them much earlier, so with that 14 more kills and obviously also less lost units. He actually got a little bit more buildings. He got the base earlier. He was setting up some more barracks there for protection. Yeah, when you play with one base, you usually have a little bit weaker infrastructure. But then also the neutral kills he killed more because he covered obviously a bigger part of the map with more bases, so he got some extra resources there. But that will probably just balance this difference. So overall, I think we had basically the same amount of gold. I maybe got even more from these kills. But yeah, this will be probably everything. I hope you enjoyed it. I am planning to probably make some guides if you would be interested in that now. I wanted to wait to at least get the rank 1, so I have some credibility to do that. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm the best player, but right now I managed to reach the rank 1. Obviously, the rank system is not perfect right now. It needs some tuning, but overall I think it's kinda okay. So, and I'm probably also playing at least decently. So if you would be guys interested in that, you can let me know in the comments, and I might make like either a series or maybe rather just some one overall video, maybe a little bit longer, where I will describe everything a little bit more in detail. I try to talk about what I'm doing even during these games, but here it would be probably in a form where I would just start a game against AI or something, and I would show you step by step my build order. What are the different options for playstyle you can choose, maybe some tips and tricks, and just overall what to look out for. So that's maybe something you can expect if you guys will be interested in that. Outside of that, I will be of course still releasing some more games from the ranked. I'm expecting some of the players who were ranked once before or are right behind me to continue farming. They will maybe get in front of me, then I will need to push again. So ranked system here is constant push. It's not like get it once and you are done. So we'll definitely play some more games, and also since the devs are still releasing some small patches, some balance things, or even new mechanics, it's constantly changing a little bit. So I will definitely keep you up to date on that, and in those videos I will talk about the changes that just happened and how it affected the game as well. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care guys.